I just want to make everybody aware that is the reason why we're here, to have lupus awareness. First speaker is going to be Kaylee Mimms.
So I need to gauge how I'm sounding. I used to sing so I could do that with the mic easily, but I can't sing anymore because of the lupus. My name is Kayreen Gwendolyn Lamore Coleman Mimms. But my family and friends call me Kay, and I know they're glad that they can do that. I am so glad to be here today. I thank God for being able to do presentations like this. And I thank Ashley and her family for putting on an event like this. We need more of these events so that we can get the word out about lupus. Most people know very little about lupus. When I'm doing a health fair and people come over and talk to me and they'll say, "What is lupus?" And then when I start to tell them, well, it's a disease that affects the immune system. Your immune system is supposed to get rid of like bacteria and germs and things like that. However, if you have lupus, your immune system becomes overactive, and then it can start attacking any part of your body. Today I brought a body chart, and it shows all the different parts of the body that can be affected by lupus. If a person is diagnosed with lupus, it's not a death sentence necessarily, but people do die from lupus. Some people have a mild case. It can range from being just a mild case all the way through to death. We need to find out more about it. It affects people between the ages of 14 and 45. I shouldn't say affects, but the people who have been diagnosed usually are between the ages of about 14 and 45. However, I was diagnosed when I was 59 years old. I know, I don't look that old. It's just the gray hair that's a fooler. But that was 10 years ago. But all of my life, I had suffered from different symptoms. Now, I know that at the time that I had the different symptoms, I didn't have enough happening at the same time for them to say that it was lupus. And I like to say I was evaluated twice for lupus, and it came up, they decided I did not have it. But that was only because I didn't have enough of the symptoms happening at the same time. At 59, when I was finally diagnosed, a lot of things were happening. When you get a copy of my book and you read the symptoms, you see what kinds of things were going on at that time. And I actually almost died. They had given me up for death. I ended up in ICU, sedated, intubated, catheters in my arm and other places that you know about, on a feeding tube. There's a funny story that goes with the feeding tube. When they put the feeding tube in, I was about probably the size that I am now and have some of the same rolls that I have now. And they put the feeding tube in the place of one of those rolls, so you can't see the scar from the feeding tube. That's sort of like a good thing. I was intubated, sedated in ICU for 2 months. When I got out of ICU, when I was able to be moved from ICU, I couldn't walk or talk. So then I had to go to in-house rehab for 2 months, and then at-home rehab for several months. Today I can talk. Like I mentioned before, I can't sing like I used to, but I'm happy. I'm fine. And I can line dance and love to do it. So I'm really happy to be here today. There's a lot that I could say, but I'm not going to take up a lot of time. I'll just say that I'm happy that you're here and willing to learn about lupus. We have a lot of information on the table. My husband and I do volunteer work with the Lupus Society of Illinois. There are agencies, organizations where you can go online and look up information about lupus. One good source is the National Institutes of Health. Another one is the Lupus, they just got a new name, Lupus Research Alliance. The Lupus Alliance Research is one of those names. There's also the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Those are really good websites to find out about lupus. But we do have a local organization, and it's called the Lupus Society of Illinois. The other agencies that I mentioned are national. The one that we do research or do volunteer work with is local. And they have provided the information, a lot of the information today. They've also provided 4 small raffle gifts. So if you stop by the table, you can pick up a playing card, tear it in half, put one half in the bag, and you keep a half, and then we'll have a drawing later for those prizes. I think I've just about covered all that needs to be covered for me today. You see, I have 4 pages of information that I could talk about, but I'm not going to bore you with all of that. I just want to say, I thank God for being here. I thank you for being here. I thank all of the people that I work with, my lupus support group in Hazel Crest at South Suburban Hospital. We had a meeting today, and they left the meeting, some of them, and came here to support this event as well. And like I say, I line danced today, so I'm happy. Take care. Thank you so much, and thanks, Ashley.